Item number 11 is the City Plan Commission recommendation. Marty, could you give us the background on what the actual recommendation from the Plan Commission was?
This issue is concerning a rezoning petition. The petition is requesting planned unit development, or PUD for short. That's a special type of zoning. It's an overlay on top of the existing commercial zoning that's there. What that PUD zoning would do would allow some flexibility in some of the zoning criteria, such as height and setbacks. The proposed hotel, as recommended by the Plan Commission, would be a 4-story hotel, but the 45-foot height limit of the C2 district would be exceeded by the parapet wall that's proposed on the hotel. It also potentially impacts some setbacks, even though the C2 district is already, it has some flexibility in the required setbacks. The proposed PUD would allow the setbacks to be as little as 5 feet surrounding the hotel. One advantage of that is that it keeps the amount of land in the hotel lot to a minimum, so that there's more property that can remain in public ownership for the proposed park plan on the waterfront. The options for in addition to the recommendation, and there's a first reading of the ordinance. In order to fully implement this, it also have to be a second reading. What that does is it changes the zoning by itself. It doesn't approve the hotel or the sale of the land. So there are other steps needed in addition to the zoning, but certainly if the council approves it tonight, that would be an indication of its support for the hotel project. Just a couple other comments. The hotel by itself doesn't relocate the tugboats. I know a lot of people are concerned about that, as am I. It is true that relocating tugboats is under consideration and potentially could happen, but the fact that a hotel might get built on a portion of this waterfront site is not a vote against the tugboats. That is something that would still be looked at through the Waterfront Development Authority and the council, and there are some options on the table to keep some or all of the tugs at this location. If you have any questions about the hotel or the impacts of the rezoning, I can try to answer those, but the recommendation of the Planning Commission was to approve the PUD in a number of conditions. Some of those have to do with approving final building layouts and designs as distinguished order.
Okay, thank you. Anybody have any questions for Marty? Okay, Mr. Wiegand?
Yes, I'll read this. Beyond the mayor and common council, new city plan commission, I recommend you approve the plan and development for Sawyer Harbor Hotel Development LLC, subject to the following. 1, final lot dimensions, positioning of the building to be reviewed and approved by the planning commission prior to the building permit issuance. 2, the following zoning parameters shall be incorporated into the PUD zoning ordinance. A, building height not to exceed 4 stories and no more than 45 feet in height, not including parapets or roof access stairway. B, hotel should not exceed 76 units. C, minimum yards. Building setback shall conform to the final site plan as approved under Condition 1, but in no case shall be less than 5 feet. D, the minimum parking spaces shall be available within 400 feet. Such spaces may be joint parking spaces used for other components of the west side waterfront development project. Some other parking arrangement could be included. E, identification signs may be permitted within the overall redevelopment site bound by Madison Avenue, Maple Street, and Oregon Street Bridge, subject to conformance with the dimensional requirements of the Sturgeon-based sign code and design approval for the Waterfront Design Review Board. 3, the final building design shall be reviewed and approved by the Waterfront Design Review Board. Respectfully submitted by City Planning Commission, Dan Wiegand, Chairperson. Resolved by make a motion for recommendation to be adopted.
Thank you. And do we have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Mr. Fett. Any further discussion on the item? Okay, seeing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? And that's carried. Item number 12 is the first reading of an ordinance. Mr. Wiegand?
That's not gonna do any good.
That's one of the title only. Make a motion for approval as presented.
Okay, thank you. Do we have a second for that motion? Mr. Wiegand? Thank you. Any discussion on the motion? Okay, seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And that's carried.